Hello, hello. I sound like a ghost king when I start talking before I transition. There we go. Oh, technical difficulties always. We love that. Cool. All right, we're ready to go. Hello, hello. Welcome to CosPilates. I'm wearing a mix of white and blue. Not white and blue, white and red. Oh my gosh. This looks really orange on camera, but it's supposed to be red. I've got my Ghost King eye patch on. I've got my Hualian Guoshi mask ready to go because this is a combo class. So this month has been TGCF focused for our CosPilates class, and we are closing out January and CosPilates for this month with a Hualian class. So we're combining parts from our Huacheng class and parts from our Hualian class into one master class. So very excited about this. And well-timed, unexpectedly, the final episode of season 2 just aired on Crunchyroll yesterday. I got the chance to watch it. Fingers crossed for a season 3. I am super curious to see where the Donghua goes with the story. The story is already weird, but it gets really crazy after this arc. So I am really hoping it gets a season 3 because I have been really enjoying having TGCF available on in so many different mediums. We have the books, obviously, which just finished publishing in English a couple weeks ago. We have the Donghua, and we have the beautiful manhwa on Bilibili Comics. Not sponsored, but I mean, you should check out the comic. It's so beautifully drawn. So it's been interesting to see the story in all these different mediums and what's interpreted, how people look. It's been kind of hard to keep track of what everyone looks like because I'm consuming all this content at the same time. Other than Hualian and Huacheng, everyone else, I have no idea can't keep anyone straight across all of the media that I'm consuming. So I'll work on it, but hopefully we get a season 3. So I did all that talking about CosPilates, TGCF, Heaven Official's Blessing, but what is CosPilates? CosPilates is a class that I do on this Twitch channel and my YouTube channel. And it's a pretty simple combination of cosplay and Pilates. This was not the name that was going to stay, and then it did. I started with CosPilates and said, I'll think of something else later, and then it just stuck. So cosplay plus Pilates, what that means is I sequence a class inspired by a character or a franchise from anime, video games, pop culture, and we dress up, and we listen to music that's on theme, and we do exercises that are on theme. So this will be a traditional Pilates mat class with some twists inspired by the characters. So in the upper right corner, you'll see that I have provided a playlist. Couldn't get my other Spotify playlist to work, so this is the Huacheng playlist that I used for our last class. They're all K-pop playlists, because I pride myself on making stellar K-pop playlists. So I hope you enjoy that. If you would prefer to listen to other music, go right ahead and turn that on and set that up. No props for this class. We use props for the other 2, but today we're going to just use ourselves and come together. So that's what we're going to do. TGCF themed class. I'll make some really bad puns throughout class, so be prepared. And yeah, before we get started, just one final disclaimer here. This is an open level class, so that means if this is your first time taking class ever, or this is your 3rd time this week, you can take this class. I will provide modifications to challenge the exercises and to simplify as well. So take whatever serves you today. On that note as well, finding our edge and pushing ourselves is one thing. Pain is not what we want, and especially fighting through pain. We do not want to do that, period. So if at any point you experience pain, abort mission and either take a pause and join us in the next exercise, or take a modification that I will demonstrate. So I will go back and forth between a lot of variations that you can choose from. But listen to your body. I cannot see you, so meet your body where it's at today, and we'll get a lot of really important work done on our core and on our spine and in our hearts, because we love Huacheng and Hualian. I'm such a Huacheng stan, though. I have to say, fun fact, when I first read the novel on a Google Doc, when that was being shared around the fan translation, I just skipped the Huacheng parts the first time. So I had to skip to the Huacheng parts, excuse me. So I had to go back and reread it. So that's how much I love him. But anyway, enough about my love of Huacheng. Let's get started. So we're going to begin lying down on the mat. And we're going to start with our Hualian variation for our, I should switch eyeballs so you can see my eye patch. There we go. Now I can't see, period, because now this eye's blurry. That's all right. We'll figure it out. We're going to start with our chest opener for our warm-up here. So before we start moving our limbs, we're going to find our neutral spine position. So I want you to find your tailbone down on the mat, nice and long. When you reach your tailbone down, you'll feel a little lift in your lower back. It shouldn't be completely off the mat, like we're severely arching away. You should just have a little bit of lift between your lower back and the mat. Only about 2 fingers should be able to slide under. You know you're in the right spot if the bottom tips of the ribs are down. So your tailbone's long, but the bottom tips of your ribs are down onto the mat. That's going to require your front body to start drawing towards your back body. And I want you to think not just your belly button to your spine, but thinking about the whole wrap of your core from front to back and how that draws not just down towards the mat, but also hugs center line. You have an imaginary center line that runs through your middle. Feel that draw towards center. Keeping the upper body long and soft and open, take the tension out of the neck. It's cold on the east coast of the States, and we have a lot of tension in our necks from shrugging our shoulders up to stay warm. So just release all that and just feel really light in the upper body. Keeping this, let's start to move. We're going to take our arms, thumbs with fingers. Arms will come up to the ceiling and then lengthen behind us. Only draw your arms as far back as you can keep your ribs on the ground. So I can go all the way back, but if you start splaying the ribs up to the ceiling, don't go as far. We want to keep that core engagement here, even as we move through the shoulders, and then bring the arms back to their start position. Inhale, reach the fingertips long and feel the shoulder blades glide down the back, and exhale, draw your arms back to the start position. One more like that, we're going to hang out behind us. Now we go for a circle. Take the circle as wide as you want. Your arms are going to circle around back towards their start positions. Now we lift up, trying not to splay the ribs. Circle around. One more in this direction, and feel your shoulder blades glide on your back. This time we open up to the sides, circle back, and then draw forward. All the while keeping the collarbones wide here. And feel the shoulder blades move the back. Think of your arms as part of your back. And move them from your back and not from the top of the shoulder. Bringing the arms back to the start position, we add on for our lower body here. You're going to bend your knees into your chest, keeping your head, neck, and shoulders down, arms down by your side. Bring your heels together, toes apart into a frog position. Knees will open the width of your shoulders. High diagonal here. We're going to point the toes, stretch the legs long, and hold. How low can the legs go before you start to feel like you need to adjust your spine? We want to keep that neutral spine position. And then bend, bring it back in. Stretch out long, hold, and bend, bring it in. 2 more times. And in. Last time. And then bring it in. This time we curl our head, neck, and shoulders up, float the arms by your hips. From here, we stretch the legs out long and bend, bring it in. Each time the legs draw in, can you curl a little higher towards the legs? 2 more times.
Last time. Oh, my eye patch is being fussy. Oh my goodness. Now hold here. You're going to lift your arms back to frame your ears and bring them back to your start position. 2 more times. Last time. Lower everything down, rock your head side to side. All right, that was a long hold. If you start to feel it in your neck, that's okay. If it's painful, lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. When we curl our head, neck, and shoulders up, I want you to find scoop more from your center and less from your neck. So try to keep the neck soft and really feel a crease right below your breastbone. You'll feel the upper part of your abs really working here, and that's how you know you're in the right spot. We're going to do that same sequence again, this time with the legs zipped together with the feet pointed. This is a combination of the footwork we did for Huacheng and the chest opener we did for Hualian. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold, floating the arms by your hips. 4 times you press the legs out and bring it in. 3 more times. I know how to count, right? Last time, legs bend in and hold. Now the arms go back. Circle them around to your start position. 3 more times. 2 more times. Last time. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. This is your calm before the 100. So we already found our 100 shape, which is the head, neck, and shoulders curled up, arms floating by the hips, legs long to 45 degrees. If it's hard to hold the legs out here, keep the legs in tabletop, knees over the hips, shins parallel to the floor. If you would like, you can start to straighten your legs and lengthen them to a long diagonal shape like so. The lower they go and the longer they are, the more challenging the 100 is to hold. So find what works for you today. We're going to do 10 breaths of this. So you can play with it as well as we work through it. You're not trapped in one shape for the whole time. All right, here we go. Take an inhale. I'll start with level 1 and then work to a more advanced position. On your next exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. Float your arms by your hips. We're going to pump our arms up and down for inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really connect your breath to your rhythm here. And find a lot of movement in the arms. Feel like you're creating splashing puddles next to your hips. We have 4 more here. Maybe play with lowering the legs, trying to stay high in that curl. 2 more times. And exhale. Last time. And exhale. Hug your knees in. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Place one hand on top of each knee and circle them away from each other. Give yourself a stir in the hip joint. And then reverse your circle. All right, we're going to do Hualian style roll-ups. So the theme of Hualian's class was a lot of flowy movements, kind of dancer-like. We did some upper body work and a lot of open chest opening and chest strengthening because he can break boulders on his chest. So the roll-ups for the Hualian class included some shoulder bridge transitions. So we'll start with 3 classic roll-ups and then 3 of our more funky ones. You're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling. Take an inhale here. Exhale, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up, and then continue to roll all the way up to seated. From here, lift your ribs from your hips. Find a lot of lift in the waist here, and then drop your head, dive forward. Even though you're reaching past your toes, your waist is drawing back in opposition. Keeping that, begin to roll back nice and controlled. Lower back, middle back, upper back, hit in that order. How slow can you go? Take an inhale. Exhale, roll up. Find that Hualian serenity here. And find a really intentional pace that's very detailed. Feel each vertebra stack one on top of the other. One more like that. and then take it all the way back down. From here, we add on our shoulder bridge. So after you roll down, reach your arms back behind you as far as they'll go, like we did in our warm-up. You're going to drag your heels in towards your seat. Legs can stay zipped together if you want more of a challenge, or you can open the feet just a little bit, inner hip width distance apart. From here, we do a shoulder bridge, so it's kind of like a reverse roll-up. You tuck the tail, lift the hips up, and find your bridge. Think long diagonal spine with your shoulder bridge. Line the pubic bone up to the bottom of the breastbone. And then slowly take your spine back down. Tailbone's the last thing to hit. Once that hits, the legs straighten. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll all the way up. Dive forward. And let's flow. We come all the way back down, bone by bone. Arms reach back as you drag the heels in towards your seat. Lift your hips up, find your bridge. Slowly lower down bone by bone. Lengthen the legs, lift the arms up 2 more times. I don't know how to feel about that last episode of the Donghua. I don't know if it was my favorite. I kind of wish it ended a little differently, but that's okay. It didn't have any Huacheng in it. Not how I wanted it. I just want Huacheng to have his own show. That's kind of what I actually want. But that's okay. I really hope we get the season 3. I really want to see the mayhem, especially the Mount Tonglu stuff, because that arc is just, it's so wild. I'd love to see it. All right, reach your legs long. We finished. Look at that. My talking also distracts you, so it doesn't feel like we're doing it so long. Hug your right knee into your chest and hold. From here, you're going to bring your hands underneath your leg, and we're going to lengthen up to the ceiling 3 times. You're going to straighten your leg, and then bend it back down. 2 more times. This last time, lengthen your leg up and hold. You're going to grab behind your thigh, calf, or ankle, and then pull the shape towards you a little more. How close can the leg get to you without your spine changing? Now from here, can you release your leg, but keep the leg, release your hands, but keep the leg where it is? That's what I meant to say. Let's go for our Huacheng single leg circle. You're going to point your toe. You're going to kick across your body, but try and lift your toes up towards your opposite shoulder. Like you're going to kick some Qigong cave dust off of your shoulder. And then draw the leg down to 45 degrees. Open it up a little bit and bring it back to the start position 2 more times. Try and go across, but lift up. Try and kick across and up, around and up. Last time in this direction. And now we reverse. All the while the hip stays down. If you feel your hips lifting up off the mat and doing too much of a little dance, try and plug those back down. Kick across your body, lift up, 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 scoop. Last time. And over and lift. Bend your knee in, take a big inhale. Exhale, take the leg across your body, find a breathy stretch here. Twisting is my favorite thing. It feels so good. I hope you feel the same way. And then come back through center. We'll switch to the other side. So we're really finding a depth of scoop when we take that leg not just across, but up towards the opposite shoulder. You really have to draw your core down to create space for your leg to move in. So let's warm up this hamstring a little bit. You're going to lengthen the leg up to the ceiling and bend it back in. 2 more times. Last time, lift up and hold. Walk the hand up the leg. Roll the shoulders back, pull the shape towards you. Now from here, can the leg stay where it is? All right, we kick that cave dust off our shoulder. Draw it around and lift up. Across and up. Around and up. Across and up. Around and up. Now we reverse. Are we breathing? Inhale, out. Around, exhale, across and up. Inhale, out. Around, exhale, across and up. Last time. And up. Bend your knee in. Take the leg across your body and find a stretch. All right, from here, grab a glass of water, grab a little water break. We're gonna move into our ab series here. So we're gonna do a fusion of Hualian abs. So the Hualian version was more about depth of scoop. So we worked with a band to create a little more resistance, which helped us get a little deeper into our deepest core muscle. And then Hua Chung's was just absolutely ridiculous. We did some balance work, really hot, sweaty action. So we're gonna combine them and do something pretty spicy, but that also is really nuanced and can really hit that deep core that we're always looking to do in Pilates. So with that, take a sip of water and then we'll get started. I am currently rereading the second half of the series and trying to manifest more seasons of the Donghua. And that's been really fun. It's been my nighttime reading. I've had some crazy dreams because that's the last thing I read before I go to bed. But why not? It's quite exciting. All right, let's do this. Let's pump up the heat. So you're gonna take your hands, you're gonna make a triangle. Maybe make a little heart because we love them so much. You're gonna bring your hands to the front of your right thigh. And from here, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. For our single leg stretch here, the left leg will reach long. The lower the leg goes, the more challenging this is. Now from here, press your heart into your leg and your leg into your heart. And find that depth of scoop through your waist. And now slowly transition, find that same resistance on the other side. And change. And change. Staying lifted in your curl the whole time. It's easy to kind of draw the head back when the legs draw away. Try and keep scooping towards your legs. Last set, last time, and lower down. Holy moly. So for double leg stretch, after single leg stretch, level 1, level 2, we're gonna combine a little bit of a flowy dancer feel with some fire. So this is what I call the Jen, because I learned this from one of my favorite instructors named Jen, but it also suits our Hualian theme. So you're gonna curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. It's gonna look a little similar to our warm-up. Legs are gonna stretch out long and arms are gonna stretch overhead. Now from here, lift everything up to the ceiling, lower it back to that long hollow body shape, circle your arms, catch your legs, find your tight ball. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. We do 3 more just like that. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up and hold. Stay lifted. Curl through your arms like a picture frame. Lengthen the legs to lift. Lengthen them to lower. Big circle of the arms. 2 more times. And out. Lift. Lower. Big circle. Find a lot of control here. Last time. And circle around, lower down. We do scissors similar to single leg stretch. We take our same heart position. Your hand comes to your right thigh. Legs will come straight up to the ceiling. If they're bent, totally valid. It's more important that the tailbone stays down. From here, left leg is going to scissor to 45 degrees or lower if you want more of a challenge. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up and hold. Pulse your leg into your hands twice. And switch. And pulse. And switch. Drop your waist down, down to draw the leg in. Closer, closer. Think of the single leg circles. How close can this leg get to your face? For 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hug your knees in. Lower down. Holy moly. All right. Same kind of flowy choreography for our lower lift. We're going to take a little bicycle leg, a unicycle, to kind of get that flowy but also fiery feel from our lower lift. You're going to stack your hands one on top of the other and bring them to, there we go, that's a better picture towards camera. Stack your hands behind your head. From here, legs will come to a tabletop position, and you curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. From here, start to draw your heels in towards your seat, bend your knees towards your forehead, get into a tight ball. Now lift your legs up to the ceiling. How low can they go before you drag them back in? Big unicycle. And lift. Lengthen to lower. And bend it in. Up. And lower. And bend it in. Now we reverse it. We take it out. Lift it up. Bend, bring it in. 2 more times. And bend it in. Breathe. Inhale out. Exhale up and in. Lower, down. All right, final round here we have crisscross. So for our crisscross, we're going to keep it slow but spicy. And so what do I mean by that? We're going to move very slow through this so we build that heat, but we also find a lot of control and focus. We're always balancing these 2 boys. So from here, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up, keeping your hands behind your head. We twist our right armpit towards our left knee. So not elbow to knee, armpit to knee. We really get deep in that oblique doing this. Lengthen your opposite leg long and hold. Now from here, you're going to come through center, both legs go out straight. Bend the opposite leg in and twist to the other side. And center. And twist. Oh my gosh. And center. And twist. For 4. And 3. I'm shaking. Last time. Lower, down. That was awesome. All right, from here, reach your legs long onto your mat. They can be as wide as the mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, roll all the way up to seated. Woof, shake it out. Grab a little bit more water. And then we'll get started with our spine stretch series. So, combining what we did with Hualian and combining what we did with Huachang. We did a little spicy choreography for our soa, and we also did a little shoulder mobility for Hualian. The shoulder mobility exercises, seated, I love because they're really deceiving. They don't look like much, but you're really working, especially if you're not used to chest opening and you're really tight in your chest. So this is good for everyone all the time. So from here, your legs will be open slightly wider than your mat. I want you to be able to sit up like there's a back to a chair here. Think of the ring of your hips, ribs, and crown prints of the head, lining up in concentric circles. I told you there'd be ridiculous puns. If you need to bend your knees in order to find this position, please do that. I'd rather you be bent knees in here than legs straight and we're slouching. Defeats the purpose of the exercise. From here, we're going to take our arms long, take an inhale. On your next exhale, we spine stretch forward. Drop your head and slide your fingertips long past your toes. Now this is less about the arms and more about the abs. Really find that C curve shape here. I want you to lift the back of the ribs to the ceiling. And the higher the ribs lift, the deeper you scoop, the closer your head comes to the ground. From there, stack all the way up to tall, bone by bone. Head's the last thing to come up. Take an inhale. Exhale. Slide and dive. Lift the abs to drop forward. It feels opposite, but it works. That's the magic of Pilates. Last time here. Big exhale. And stack it all the way up to tall. From here, we stay lifted. Lift your ribs from the hips. Feel like you're infinitely growing to the heavenly court. Gotcha. We're going to take the arms up and around. Maybe they tap behind you. Maybe they don't. That's also valid. Bring your arms to the front. Lift up and around. Keep that lift in your waist and that stability through your center as we do these arm circles. Let's go 4 more. Even your seat here, especially as the arms come overhead, we don't want to press down into the floor. I want you to feel really light on your seat. 2 more times. Last time.
From here, just drop the arms, take a few shoulder rolls. That one doesn't look like much, but you really work. From here, we move into our fan saw. Ha. Arms come out to the side. I don't know why I thought that was funny. I just thought of Hua kicking everyone's butt in the armory with the fan. What a fabulous moment. Like, oh my gosh, one of my favorites. Anyway, let's bring our arms out to a T. You're gonna twist your rib cage to the right, growing taller as you twist. From here, you dive forward, saw off your pinky toe with your pinky finger, and lift that top arm to the ceiling. Now from here, come up in your twist. Your back arm comes forward, and your previous front arm will come back right into the saw on the other side. And that's our fan. So the back arm slides forward, you take the other arm around, and we dive forward. And up and around. Wrap the rib cage, wring it out like a towel, and come up and around. And twist. And 3. And twist. And 2. And twist. Last time. And twist. Come back through center, shake it out. Roll your shoulders, take a couple of head circles here. We may have unexpectedly carried some tension in the neck. Just shake it out. All right, from here we move into our extension series. So spinal flexion is what we spent a portion of our class doing, which is the rounding of the spine. Extension is the opposite. It's opening our hearts to love. And that's what an OTP class is about. Loving our couple, loving our boys. So let's do it. We're going to lie down on our abdominals. There's no graceful way to come onto your stomach. Trust me, I've tried. I look crazy no matter the method. So if you feel ridiculous, don't worry, you're doing it right. You're going to bring your legs out to the sides of the mat. We're going to keep them wide to start. It's a little less pressure on the lower back. If you've done extension before, you can challenge yourself by zipping your legs more narrow. But always, I like to tell people to start wide, and then as we move through the repetitions, you can play with the distance of the legs. So from here, we're going to start with our hands stacked one on top of the other, bringing your forehead to your hands. We did a couple of different extension exercises in our classes I almost said semester, this series. So we're going to start with our Hualian. So that's going to be back and shoulders. So it's going to get pretty cool up in here. All right, here we go. You're going to lift your abs up off the mat like there's a tack underneath your abdominals and you're trying to not get pricked. As you do that, begin to draw your pelvis down towards the floor, like the bony landmarks of the pubic bone and the 2 hip points press evenly into the mat. Once you find this position, lift your head, hands, and heart up off the mat into a hover. I don't care how high you go. Lift your abs and upper back and find your extension here. And then slowly lower down with control. One more time like that. Lift up and hold. Can you lift your abs a little more? Can you lift your upper back a little more? Can you reach your sternum forward like you've got a red string on it looking for your lover? And you're going to lift up a little higher for 3, 2, keep reaching long, 1. Keep that reach as you lower back down. All right, we move into our Hualian variation here. We're going to lift up into our hover. You're going to bring your arms to a cactus position or a goalpost position. Doesn't matter to me. If you're into plants or sports, we've got a cue for you. From here, we're going to reach the arms long forward in our swan and then bend at the elbows, bring them back. Think reaching the elbows towards your hips. Reach the arms long. And bend, bring it back in. 3 more times. And in. And 2. And in. Last time. And in. Lower down. Oof, those are hard for me. All right, let's add on our Huacheng variation, which was a variation of swan dive. So we won't do the full swan dive today. It's a more advanced exercise, And I kind of think the prep is a little harder to do than. You're going to bring your hands underneath your armpits here and hug your elbows towards your rib cage. So we're not chickens, we're swans. We're beautiful swans. So from here, with that in mind, you're going to lift up your head and heart into that initial swan prep position, but now press into your hands to press up a little longer. Think hips down, abs up, and that red string on your chest is still lengthening you long and forward. With control, slowly lower down with intention, and then zip the legs together, lift them up off the mat. Try and get your thighs to hover up off the mat. Slowly lower down, and we teeter back to the upper body. On your next exhale, your abs lift, hips stay down, long diagonal spine and extension. Lower down with control. Now lengthen the toes long to lift the legs up. Feel the back of the legs work, and bring them back down. 2 more times. Lift up and lower. Take the lower body up and lower. This time upper body lifts and holds. We go for a neck roll. Look to your right. Circle your gaze down and around to the left and center. Now left. Circle down and around to the right. Center, lower down. From here, lift your legs up and hold. Beat your inner thighs together. Beat, 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 beat. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Press yourself back, find a child's pose. For a little extra stretch in the back and the triceps, I like to bend at the elbows, clasp my hands together, and then just let my chest hang through. Get a little different stretch through the sides of the body. All right, from here, let's do our leg series. So, Hualian's a martial god, and Huacheng's just a boss. So we did some pretty big, powerful legs for our series, and we're gonna do a combo of all those moves today. So it's gonna be, we're gonna work the outer leg, the inner leg, lengthening, getting some height, being dramatic. It's a full Broadway production for side kicks today. So get excited. You're gonna lie down on your right side body. If you really want to be a rebel and not listen to me and do the other side, that's fine. You'll just switch and then we'll both be even, cool? You're gonna either lengthen your arm long and lay on your bicep like a pillow, or you can bend at the elbow and support your head in your hands. Top arm comes in front of your chest, or if you really want to be a supreme ghost king, you're gonna bring the hand behind your head and you're gonna have no support and it's gonna be harder. So your choice. I think I'm going with this. From here, you're going to take your legs and bring them to the front corner of the mat. I want you to check and see where your hips are. You can tell right now for my hips that my top one is a lot more up towards my face than the other. I want to try and stack those and get them more even. And you'll see that this top leg got a little longer. For me, that's okay because that's just how my body is. But my hips are stacked perfectly, one on top of the other. And I'm balancing right on that hip bone. That's where we want to be. It's a position that's hard to hold, but we have to use our core and find our center to be able to maintain that. If this is hard to hold, take the hand in front of the chest. All right, let's do our martial god kicks. Let's destroy some Qirong minions. You're going to take your top leg up to a hover, flex the foot. Without shifting forward or back, draw the leg forward, kick it towards your face, and then point, reach it behind you. Try to keep it the same height the whole time. 2 more times, kick, kick. Point, lengthen, reach it back behind you like you're scooping into the clouds. Last time, kick, kick. Point, reach it back behind you. From here, bring the leg to a hover, point the toe. You're gonna lift it up as high as it'll go, and then flex, lower it down. Point, scoop, lift, flex, lower it down. Last time, lift up. This time you'll flex the foot and bring it to a hover. We're going to draw a circle with our heel the size of chastity meatballs. If you know, you know. You're going to circle for 5, 4,
chastity meatball size. And then reverse your circle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now from here, bend that top leg and either lower it down in front of you like so, or you can stamp the foot down and hold on to the ankle. I'm going to go with this variation. If you're not flexible enough or this is really uncomfortable and kind of finicky, take the first variation. We work our inner thighs. So from here, this long leg, flex the foot, lift it up to the ceiling and lengthen it lower down. Lift it all the way up to the heavens and then bring it back to the middle ground, the mortal realm. 2 more times. I told you I'd come with the bad puns. Last time. This time we lift up, we draw those meatball circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse your circle. Is it an actual circle? 2, 1, and lower down. I mean, if we're talking about Chileans cooking, I imagine the meatballs don't even really look like spheres. So if they didn't look like circles, I'll give you a pass. All right, they're on theme. That's the most important thing. All right, let's end with some dramatic kicks. So from here, you're going to take your top leg. You're going to externally rotate it. So I want you to think that the top of your thigh bone is a doorknob and you're turning it open. From here, we're going to bend the knee, find a ballet passe, toe to knee. From here, leg comes up to the ceiling. With control, we resist, lower it back down. 2 more times, bend, up to the ceiling, and lower down. Last time, bend, lift, and lower. Now from here, we end with our Huachong hot potato, because he's a hot potato. We're going to take our front leg forward. I am such Huachong garbage. It is so ridiculous. All right, from here, like the floor is hot, you're going to tap the floor 3 times. Tap, tap, tap. Leg lifts up and behind. We tap again. Tap, tap, tap. Lift up. Now we go 2. Tap, tap, and lift. Tap, tap, and lift. Now 3 times. 1, 3, tap, 2, tap. Last time. And tap. Bend your knees and you're done. Holy moly. No funky transition. We're going to the other side. I need a little water though. So, crazy legs. I can't believe I was able to work in chastity meatballs into this Pilates class. The only place where you would ever see that happen is CosPilates. Is that my new tagline? The only place where you can take Pilates and talk about chastity meatballs. It'll be... Now I'm thinking about food, and now I'm hungry. All right. Food soon enough. Same start position as before. If you want to experiment with this side, I always encourage that you stay even, but if you really want to experiment with taking away the arm or maybe going a little bigger with the leg, that's what class is for. So play, have fun. Look at me right now. Look at how crazy I am. I'm talking about meatballs, doing Pilates, talking about Huachong. Have some fun. We gotta have some fun. If it's not fun, what are we doing? All right. So from here, we're gonna take that top leg. We're gonna kick some Qigong minions. Kick, kick to the front. Point, reach back behind you. Scoop into the air. Lengthen the leg long to kick, kick. And point, reach it back behind you. Try to stay steady here. Last time. Point, reach it back behind you. We bring the leg to a hover. Point, lift it up. Flex lower. This is nice and controlled. We're not crashing to the ground. You fight, you resist. You find the control. Now from here, we draw those chastity meatball circles for 5, 4. How many times have I said that in this class already? Now reverse your circle. 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee in. It either rests in front of you or you take that stamped down position. Stamp on Qigong's face. I'm sorry, I'm not a Qigong fan. I don't get it. I don't get the Qigong fans. If there's any Qigong fans in the chat, please tell me why you like him so much. Because maybe I just don't get it. I'm open to learning. So from here, think about it and we'll lift that inner thigh up to the ceiling and lower down. Because truly, he is so annoying. Just 3 more times.
And it just takes time away from Huachang parts. Lift up and hold. Draw those meatballs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse your circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Top leg comes back to meet it. We go for our little dancer leg. You externally rotate the leg. It's okay if one leg's got more mobility than the other. We are not symmetrical beings. You're going to bend your knee, toe to knee. As this leg lengthens, don't crunch. Just let the leg go as long as it'll go and as close to you that it'll go without changing your core or your spine at all. And now slowly lower the leg back down. 2 more times. And lift it up. Lengthen, lower it down. Last time, and then we go into Huachang hot potato. Bring the leg forward. Don't think about it too much, just move. Tap, tap, tap. Lift up, don't crash. Nice and controlled. Tap, tap, tap. Lift up 2 more times. And up. And up. And we go 3. And up. And 2. Last set. Last time. Holy moly, you're done. Lower down. All right, come and lie down on your back and take a figure 4 stretch. You'll take either leg, whatever leg you'd like to start with, ankle just above the knee, grab behind that thigh and pull the shape towards you. I have been doing a lot more sitting recently, so this stretch is especially important for me right now. This is a great stretch, just period, because it gets into your glute, but also your piriformis. And switch. Your piriformis is a tiny little muscle underneath all of your big glute muscles. And what's important about taking care of your piriformis is that if it gets impinged, it can lead to sciatica, which is a kind of numbing, it can be numbing, it can be a sharp pain through the side of your body. But when that gets impinged, it can lead to some pain or discomfort that we definitely don't want to deal with. So let's make sure to treat our little piriformis with love. All right, we are almost done. We have our teasers and then our push-ups, and then we're done. So get excited. I know push-ups at the end, that's cruel and unusual, but it is Pilates. And Pilates likes to do that. They like to throw in the push-ups at the end. And we're going to do a couple of different variations of them. So see it as something exciting and not as something annoying. All right. Maybe that's how I have to view Qigong. He's exciting and interesting and not annoying. I don't know. I'll give it a try, I promise. Let's do some teasers. So we're going to start with our Hualian teaser, which is going to incorporate some of the arm movements that we did at the beginning of class. And then we'll move into our grand finale Huachang variation, which includes a twist. So for our teasers, I'll start with level 1 setup and then work our way up to a more advanced one. So take whichever variation serves you today. I'll start with my legs in tabletop, hands underneath my thighs. You're going to take an inhale here. Exhale, come through your curl and roll up into your teaser shape. So you're balancing just between your sits bones and your tailbone. Your waist is drawing back and your chest is open. From here, we're going to reach our arms forward. We're going to pull back on the elbows, bend in and lengthen, and bend in and lengthen. 2 more times. Last time. From here, slowly roll all the way down with control, keeping the legs where they are. Quick hug of the knees into the chest. Number 2, this time I get rid of the arms helping me, and legs will stay in tabletop or will be long to a high diagonal. I'm going to go long to the high diagonal. Arms come up to the ceiling. Number 2, we take an inhale. Exhale, roll up into our teaser. Now big arm circles up and around. 2 and 3, reverse your circle out. 2 and 1. Hold, keep your legs where they are. Roll away from your legs and then bring it in. Final Huachang teaser. This one's a little crazy. We're going to do frog legs at the top, and add a twist. Get ready. It's fun, but it's a little weird. 'Cause why not? We gotta throw our body something weird from time to time. From here, we start in whatever teaser prep that you prefer. I'm gonna go all the way to teaser 3. So I'm gonna start with everything down and fold all the way up into my final teaser. Take whichever suits you today. Arms come up to the ceiling. You'll take an inhale. Exhale, roll up, find your V shape. Now from here, heels together, toes apart. You bend your knees in like a frog. As the legs straighten, you twist your body to the right and come back through center and twist to the left and center. Just 2 more times. Woo, last time. Lengthen the legs, long hold. Slowly roll down with control. Hug your knees into your chest and rock yourself up to seated. We end with our push-ups. All right, here we go. Coming to stand at the back edge of your mat, heels together, toes apart in our Pilates stance at 11 and 1 on the clock. Take an inhale and reach your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, find your forward fold. Drop your head for a moment and let it feel good. Because we have push-ups coming. You're going to walk your hands out, find your plank position. We're going to take our push-ups from our plank position. So find whichever position suits you, whether that's on your knees or with the knees floating. From here, wide elbow push-ups 4 times. Lower and lift. For 3, 2, last time. Pike your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. We want to be able to crush boulders on our chest. Slowly roll all the way up to tall. Inhale, arms come up to the ceiling. We go round 2. Exhale, forward fold. This time we do tricep push-ups. Walk your hands out into your plank. This time we keep the elbows narrow towards the rib cage 4 times. 3, 2, last time. Pike your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Slowly roll all the way up to tall. I don't know anyone that really enjoys push-ups. If you do, let me know. Final time, we're going to do serratus push-ups. This is maybe a little different than what you've done before, but these are really awesome. Arms are going to come up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out, and we're going to find a forearm plank. You're going to make a fist with one hand, cup it with the other. Now our serratus push-up, just our chest lowers. Imagine you have an umbrella, a closed umbrella, in between your shoulder blades. You're going to squeeze that umbrella and press up and squeeze and lift. So just my chest is lowering and my shoulder blades are separating and squeezing together. 2 more. Last time. Find your forearm plank. Pike your hips up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. It's okay to make sounds when you work out. Express yourself. This is CosPilates. Drop your head. Take a big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, slowly roll all the way up to tall. Draw your shoulders back. And you are done. Yay, you've consummated the Hualian relationship. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed Hualian CosPilates as much as I did. This is a series that I do on this channel, and starting next month, we're going to do these the 3rd Tuesday of every month. So if you would like, is this the correct button? No. There we go. Got my buttons correct. So if you would like to follow what I'm doing with CosPilates or my other classes, you can follow me on Instagram and now on TikTok at Move with Sarah. I am officially hip and I am on TikTok. I have not posted yet. I'm working on it, but you can now follow me there. I will be posting updates about CosPilates and about my weekly classes. So if you're interested in taking class with me, we are here every Sunday at 10 a.m. EST just for a mat class, not necessarily themed, just a classic mat class that you can tune into and work out on your Sunday mornings or wherever you are in the world on Sunday. And then we do CosPilates the third Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. EST. Sometimes I ask for votes on which character to do. I'm thinking because Final Fantasy VII Part 2 remake is coming out, we might do a Final Fantasy VII themed one, but let me know what you think. Send me a message. Take a vote when I have a poll. Follow me on social media. Help me be hip on TikTok. Help me out. All right. With all that, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed class, and I hope to see you on the mat soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye.